The main text area is the main content area for each of your web pages. Main text area can be found on each page style layout with the exception of blog. So let's go ahead and look at a sample page that I've set up. In this case, I've selected the submenu page style. But again, it doesn't matter. It can be any page style that you're working with. You're always going to have this main text area, and that's what we're going to be working with. So let's go back and look at it on the admin side. Now, if you're going to be getting rid of a piece of text or an image from your main text area, you can go ahead and highlight what you want to get rid of and just hit the delete or backspace key. That's fine. However, if you're going to get rid of everything, it's a good idea to use this tool here called New Document, and that's the first one on the toolbar there. And what that does is it does erase everything that you can see, but it also erases some things that you can't see, and that's web code or HTML. So it's a good idea, again, if you're going to start from scratch, to go ahead and use New Document. So I'll do that and click that, and I get a little message asking me if I'm sure I want to get rid of everything, and I say OK. And that gives me a nice clean slate that I can start with. Now, I copied some text from a web article I was reading, and I'm going to use that for our sample today. So I'm just going to paste that text in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this piece of information here, and we're going to manipulate this text a bit. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to use some style tools, and these are exactly like you would be seeing in Microsoft Word or other text editing programs. I'm just going to make this text bold, and let's say I'll italicize it too. And likewise, I'm going to give the text a color, so I'm going to pull the color menu down, and here's some pre-selected colors that I can choose from, or I can go down here to more colors, and that'll open up a window that's got this color picker. And if I bring my mouse cursor down over it and I click and drag, you'll notice in the lower right hand corner there's a little swatch of color that's changing as I move my cursor around, and that's my selected color. So I'm going to select, in this case, sort of a blue, dark blue, and now I just hit apply. And sure enough, now I have my text as dark blue. Now I could also put a background color behind the text color if I wanted to, but in this case I'm going to leave it just the way it is. But I do want to make the text pop a little bit more, so I'm going to make the font a little bit larger. And to do that, I just pull down the font size menu. And the default font for text here is usually 3 or 12 point. So I want to go up 1, and I'll try 4, which is 14 point. And that's good, so that's bigger, and that's what I want. So let's go ahead and save our work at this point. It's a good idea to save frequently. And let's go ahead and take a look at how it looks so far on our page. So I'll go ahead and refresh this page, and I'll go, great, that's looking good so far. This is the process that you'll go through, going back and forth between your admin and your website as you develop your web pages. But let's take this to a little bit further, and what I'd like to do now is bring this blue highlighted line and put it on its own line. So I'm obviously going to have to do a return here. But there are two different types of returns that I can do. If I click down and just do a basic return or hit the enter key, it'll return the line, but as you'll see, it puts a space, a one-line space above where I returned, which may be what you're looking for. But if you want to simply wrap the text, I'll bring it back up here. If you hold down the shift key when you hit return or enter, you'll see that that just wraps the text. So you have those two choices, one holding the shift key down to just get a wrap without a line break, and just using the return without the shift key to get a line break. So this is what I want, and I also want to wrap this text around like that as well. So that's looking better. Okay, and now I'd like to align this text. By default, it's aligning to the left, but I'd like to center everything, so I'll go up to the Align tool and just click Align Center. And that's looking good. So let's save again and take a look at the results. I refresh there, and that's great. Okay, so now the next thing we want to show you is to embed an image, which is something you'll probably be doing a lot of. So what I want to do is put an image above my text here. So I'm going to hold the shift key down and return twice to create a little gap here. And right here is where I'm going to want to embed my image. Now, to embed images in the main text area, you first have to upload them using our Upload Manager tool. If you're unfamiliar with Upload Manager, please take a look at the Upload Manager tutorial, which will show you exactly how to upload images. Once the images are in, we can go over here to Show Images and click on that, and it will reveal a little thumbnail and file name for each image that we've previously uploaded. Down here is the image that I want, and so I just need the file name. The thumbnail is just for reference, so I'm going to click and drag that file name, and I'm going to copy that. Now I'm going to click back over here where I want to put this image, and I'm going to go up to my image insert tool, which is this little icon that looks sort of like a tree, and I'm going to click on that. That's going to bring up a window. And now you'll notice there's a path here that's preset, and that's basically telling SiteProgress that this is an image and it's in the images folder. So you want to leave that there. And then right past this, we're just going to simply paste in the file name that we copied. So there's the entire path. Now to know that that's right, we can come down here to the preview area, and if I just click once, the image will appear, and that gives me a confirmation that this path is correct. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, great, I'm going to insert that. I'm going to get a little message here about adding an alt tag, but we won't do that for now, and I'll just say OK. And sure enough, there's my image, and it looks great. So I'm going to save that. Now let's go ahead and look back at our sample page and see what it looks like with the image. Great. Now you'll notice too that SiteProgress goes ahead and puts this nice 1 pixel width gray border around every image in your main text area to match the styling of all of your web pages. That's done automatically. Okay, so now we've embedded an image, we've worked a bit with text. The other thing that you'll probably do fairly frequently is create links. And so I'm going to show you how to do 2 different types of links. One is called an internal link, which is basically linking to another page within your website. And then there's an external link, which is linking out to a third-party website. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I'm going to highlight this line of text, and we're going to make this whole line of text our linking area. So the first thing we want to do is, most people are familiar with hypertext links, and they're usually underlined. So we're going to go ahead and underline this text first by using our underline tool. And so I'm just going to click that, and that underlines the text. Now we need to get where we want to link to. So let's do the internal link first. So we'll go back to our little test website, and let me just go to another page, which is just a placeholder page, but we'll use it for this. And what I want to do is come up, and I want to grab the file name of this page. And to do that, I just go and I look at the entire address here, and I go past the last slash, and then I just copy and paste this file name. So when it's your website, you'll go and do the exact same thing, come past the .com or .net or whatever your address is, and there'll be a forward slash, and then you just copy the file name that you need. Now if we go back over to our admin, we've still got the area that we want the hyperlink to be highlighted, so we'll go up here on the toolbar and select the link tool. And again, there's a pathing name here. We want to leave that there. We're just going to paste in that name of the file. So there we have that. Now we're going to go ahead and say insert. Now you'll see that this is turned to blue, which tells us on the admin side that that is a hypertext link. So let's go ahead and click Save. And now if we go back to our website and go back to the page that we're working on, we'll see that sure enough down here it looks like a hyperlink, and we roll over and it's got a highlight. And let's go ahead and click it, and when we do, it takes us to that page. So it's just that simple. So we can navigate now between pages, not just on the menu bar, but by creating hypertext links. So we can navigate from anywhere to anywhere on our website very simply. All right, let's do an external link. So in this case, for this demo, let's just link to Google. So I'll call up Google. And in the case of an external link, you need the entire address up here. So I'm going to go ahead and copy all of that address, and I'll go ahead and close this Google window. And let's go back to admin. And let's use this same piece of text for this external link. So we need to get rid of the old link. And to do that, we can just highlight, and right here next to the link tool is the unlink tool. And I can just click that, and it takes the link away. So I'll go ahead now and re-highlight it and hit the link tool again. Now this time, because we're doing an entire path to a third-party site, we don't need this internal reference anymore. So I'm just going to paste Google in like that. Now, also, normally when you link to a third-party site, you might want that to open up in another window so that your web page doesn't go away. To do that is very simple. It's right here called Target. So we just pull this down, and instead of open in this window, we just select open in a new window and hit insert. Again, it turns to blue to show us that we've got a hyperlink there, and we'll go ahead and click Save. Let's go back to our test site and go back to the page we're working on. And now when we click this hypertext link, sure enough, it opens up Google for us, and it opens it in a separate page. Our page is still here. So that's how to link to an external site. Again, very simple. Now the last type of linking that I'm going to show you is If you have files that you would like for users to be able to download, like a doc file or a PDF file, that's also a link type. I'm going to show you real quickly how to do that. Again, let's just use our same link. Let's get rid of this link by clicking unlink. And to link to files for download, you have to first, again, upload those in the Upload Manager. And again, if you're unfamiliar, take a look at that tutorial. But I've uploaded some files already, and so I'm going to click on Show Files instead of Show Images. And I'm just going to grab one of these file names and copy it, just the way I do an image. Now the same thing, I'm going to use this linking area for our demo, and I'm going to click the link tool. And since this is internal again, I'm going to leave this pathing here, and now I'm just going to paste in what I copied there and hit insert. Again, now we have blue showing that we have a hyperlink, and I'll click on save. And now let's go ahead and refresh the page. And this time when we click on this link, we'll see that a window will pop up asking me if I want to download this particular Word file, this doc file. So it's just that simple. If the file is a file type like a PDF and the user has a plugin for PDF, it will go ahead and open that PDF up in another browser window. But if it's not a file type that can be opened by a browser, it will give you this download dialog. Also, one other thing I'll mention, you can do all of these links that we've done in the demo with text with images as well. And all you need to do that is simply highlight the image and then use the link tool just like you would with text. So that's main text area. If you have any questions, please feel free to send us an email at support@siteprogress.com.